I'm Edwin Warfield, the publisher of CityBiz, and I'm honored today to interview Scott Keene, who's a principal at YHB. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you, Edwin.
So can you provide an introduction to your role and responsibilities at YHB?
Yeah, I'm a principal at our Owings Mills and Rockville offices. I split time between the two. I live between the two. And right now my role is helping with the merger with YHB, taking over Glass Jacobson and working on that transition. Part of the reason for the merger is to expand their footprint into Maryland. So looking at growing YHB's footprint into Maryland. And then as far as work, I do some tax work and I do some audit and financial statements. And so I'm spread out quite a bit, but got a lot going on.
Okay. In addition to accounting advice, are there any other specialties?
I do some tax work, help our clients grow their wealth. With YHB, you had an interview with Randy in the wealth management side of things a couple days ago. So helping our clients grow their wealth. And then just as I mentioned before, just trying to expand our footprint into Maryland.
So your accounting career started in 1998 as a senior accountant at Bold, Carlisle, and Smith. Can you provide some highlights from your career?
Yeah. One highlight that comes to mind was I was auditing an employee benefit plan. And I was almost done with the audit, and it was when the market was south, and the plan was going to have to ask all their employers to put a lot of money into the plan because they were underfunded. And as I was wrapping up the audit, I noticed a dividend from an insurance company, and I decided to follow up on it a little bit. And as I followed up, I noticed that they owned stock in John Hancock, and it wasn't on their books. And they didn't realize that they had $930,000 of an investment in the plan. The insurance company had demutualized, and so the policy owners actually were now stockholders. So it lessened the blow when they had to ask all their employers to fund the plan. And so, that's just a highlight on my auditing side. But really working with clients and helping them maneuver through different tax strategies or how to structure their internal control systems on corporate structures. Those are highlights, just working with the clients.
So you're originally from Willamette Valley, Oregon, and in 2007, you and your family moved from Oregon to Maryland. Can you share that story with us?
Yes, yeah. So I grew up in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. Just a little side note, if you've ever seen the movie Stand By Me, it's filmed in a little town called Brownsville, Oregon. I grew up right outside of that town. So I was graduating from college in 1998, and this is a great, beautiful story. I got a phone call from a church in Silver Spring, Maryland, saying, "Hey, we would like you to lead one of our missions trips for our teenagers." And I'm going, "Well, how in the world did you get my name from across the country?" And one of the teens on the team, his dad had been my pastor out in Oregon and had moved around a couple places, ended up in Silver Spring, and they called me up. So I flew to Silver Spring, Maryland in June of '98 and led this missions trip. And the female leader was a young, beautiful woman named Amy, and we started liking each other and thought, hey, if we can lead 11 teenagers for 6 weeks, maybe we can have a family together. So I told Amy at the time, I'm not leaving Oregon. And so she moved to Oregon. We got married, lived there for 8 years. But, things change. Family structures change. And in 2007, it was time to move the family closer to my wife's family in Maryland. And so that's the story.
So tell us about your outside and any other board involvements.
Well, outside work, family really takes up a lot of my time. I've got 10 children, 7 biological, 3 adopted from Uganda. So really that takes a lot of my time. And then working with church, teaching Sunday school, working with some men's groups. That really is the extent of my time outside of work.
So yeah, 10 children is a mind-boggling number, but kudos for managing 10 children.
It's a big number, and yeah, you never know how God's going to lead. And we were at 7, and all of a sudden we decided, hey, we've got a big enough house. Let's invite 3 more in, and so we did.
So let's talk a little bit about the merger. In July, Glass Jacobson Financial Group's accounting and tax side merged with YHB. Tell us about the merger and what has been the impact of the merger.
The impact of the merger is to provide, expand our resources to our clients. We were looking for a firm with a similar culture than ours that provides similar service, that focuses on the client and helping them be successful, whether it's their businesses or them individually. And Glass Jacobson, we found that in YHB. And so we're working together. We're in the process of integrating our systems right now. And it's been great to have a larger pool of resources that we can use and tell our clients, hey, you come across this issue. Now that we have merged with YHB, we're better suited to help you in this issue that you're facing.
And so is there any part of the Scott Keene story or the YHB story that you haven't shared with us that you'd like to share with us?
Not really. I mean, it's a story where, someone can work hard and move up in a firm, and which I had done at Glass Jacobson. And with this merger, it's given me an opportunity to focus on clients and be part of a family-oriented firm. And as I mentioned, Glass Jacobson, we were looking for a firm with a similar culture. We were a family-oriented firm. YHB really takes it up a notch. They do very well in working with the community and making sure their employees have the resources and benefits that will make them satisfied in their work life.
Well, Scott, I want to thank you for your time and telling your personal story and your journey from Oregon to Maryland. And we look forward to hearing how the merger continues to succeed as you go forward in the coming years. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Edwin.